Hello everyone, I thought I'd share a Daphne's Diary project with you today. I received issue number 1 of 2023 a couple of weeks ago, and this is the first opportunity I've had to share it with you. Just look how gorgeous the cover is. So that's the front, that's the back, absolutely beautiful. So let's give you a quick flip through. This is the inside front cover and first page, but just look how beautiful the images are. Lots of birds, botanicals again, bugs. Let's see what we've got here. The colours are really pretty, just loads of images for us to use in our collage. Love this here, love this bird, absolutely beautiful. This one here as well. Lots of text. We'll try and do something with the text. I always get asked, what do you do with the text in these magazines? Bouquet of flowers that we might be able to use. A poem. You know that I like to cut out the text from the poems. So just running quickly through. This is a beautiful page. Just, really inspiring. I just like these images a lot. We've got some labels that we can use. Lots of labels. Oh, look at these pretty flowers on the other side as well. And these ones here. Love that. That really stands out to me. Just love this pattern here as well. What else have we got? A colouring page by the looks of things. Craft project, necklace of felt beads. Oh, felting. I've done that before. Made my own felt beads. Time consuming, but very tactile. Oh, this is just lovely as well. Napkin band. I think those would make great banners for journals. This is gorgeous. Love this here as well. Amazing paper art. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. More text pages for us to use as a background. Of course, it's really interesting to read these magazines as well, and I always try to do that before I start cutting them up. These are just wonderful to use for borders. That's beautiful. What a gorgeous page that is. Oh, like that. Wonderful. Some stickers for the agenda. I haven't started using mine yet, and I keep meaning to. Love these images here. Let me just turn this around. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? And just make sure that I am in camera shot now that I've turned my magazine around again. That's just beautiful. These would be absolutely gorgeous. Got an idea for how I can use those. Spot the difference. These are always great to use as focal images, but just look at this. I mean, that fussy cut out, that would be absolutely beautiful. Love this design here as well. Let's try and whiz through this as quickly as I can. This is a lovely edition of the magazine, and again I tried to use some of these tag images as well. We've got In the Clouds, which you cut out and make a cute mobile. So I'll have to think of ideas as to how we could use these in our journals. Of course, the poster page. What have we got for the poster this month? Signs of the Zodiac. So that's what that looks like. Maybe we can cut those out individually. Again, let me just check that I'm in camera shot again. Oh, look how cute that is. Happy New Year. Little duck and a hamster. Is that a hamster or a mouse? Lots of images here that we can cut out. Loads to purge in this magazine here. Whiz through this China tour, and then we're onto the scrapbooking papers. This is a chocolate gift wrap so that you can make your own gifts, but I will use these in my journal. These are really pretty, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful pages this month. Book tips, and then we are at the end. end. So thinking cap on, let's see what we can use and see what we can come up with. Of course, I will be working in my autumn winter journal again. Well, I've just spent a good couple of hours sat with a cup of tea reading through this magazine, and I've now got some ideas as to where I want to go. I love this tag here, grab your bike, because I saw a bike further on in the magazine. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it now. Where was it? I thought I'd, here it is. I thought I'd earmark the bike. This bike image here. I also want to use some of these clouds, just because I think I might be able to piece a scene together. So I've got those hallmarked as well. And perhaps this page here, which I think colour-wise might be nice for a background. So I'm just going to go away and do some fussy cutting to start off with. Well, as you can see, I've cut out a pile of bits, and all I need to do is find a way to piece this together. I cut out some of the book page just because I wondered whether this was going to be too busy. Oh, one of my hairs has come loose. And now that I'm seeing it like this, I'm not sure I kind of like it. So I was thinking of having the bike down here, having the little tag. I really like how that looks. I've cut out one of the clouds cycling along, so we could have, if you can imagine, we could have that, or we could have, and let me get this out of the way, we could have the map, piece of book paper, the bike, course the little tag which covers up that there, which I don't like, then the cloud and cycling along. I don't know, I think I'm going to have a look at this through the camera. I often find when I look at things through a camera lens that it just shows it in a completely different light, but I do really like that. What do you think? Scream at me. Give me some help. Having looked at it through the camera, I think that the book page is going to look better, but to tie the colours in with the tag that I want to use, I'm just going to use some of my frayed burlap just around the edges, and I'm just going to use this makeup brush just to bring it in ever so slightly, and I think tonally that will work much better. I'm really happy with that page. It just flows really nicely. Now I want to do something with this page here on the left. And what I'm thinking is that I can cut out a piece of this paper here. I think the colours will go nicely. They match the colours on his jacket. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this out, and let's see if we can piece something together for the left-hand side. Love that design. So I just need a focal image, and I'm thinking that I might be able to use this. So I'm going to fussy cut this bird and branch out, and let's see what that looks like. I fussy cut this out. You can see that it's way too long, but I think that I want it about here. I'm just going to trim around some of the other pieces and see if I can do some paper piecing and pull something together. Let's have a look and see how we can piece this together. So I could have it like that. It gets a bit lost, doesn't it? Perhaps I should have it a bit higher up. I could do that, or I wonder if I could have it with that bit down there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to stick that down. I really like that. I think that's the perfect addition to that background. I'm not sure whether I like this page next to this one. It just all looks a bit fussy and too busy. So I think what I'm going to do is turn my page around and pop it into the journal like this. You see, this is the joy and the benefit of having this type of binding. You can take the pages out and you can move them around if you want to. So we'll stick with that for the time being. I just need to find something to go on this side of the page here, but I'm really happy with that page. Now that I've got this page as a centre spread, I'm wondering if I can do something with this gorgeous little robin. I'm going to take this out. Let's see if we can use some more of this page here. I just need to make sure that he fits on. I think I'm just going to trim him so that he's so that I can have him at the right hand side, and we'll see how much of this flower we can have here on the left hand side. So I've cut off the right hand side. Let's fold this over now and see how much we've got to play with. In fact, actually the whole of that rose will fit on. Well, that was good. So I'm just going to make myself a mark here and trim this. Now I need to make sure that I line these diagonals up well, otherwise it's just going to look odd, and I think it's going to have to go there like that. I need to make sure as well that I leave just a small gap in the middle, otherwise my page isn't going to fold properly. It's going to have to go there, I think, and you can see that I've got a bit of a shortfall at the top, but there's nothing I can do about that because otherwise I've got an even bigger shortfall at the bottom. How did I have that now? So I think what I'm going to do, let me just check that out, is glue that there, and then hopefully I've got enough room at the top to chop that bit off without losing the bird's head. So that should work well. Looks good to me, and I'm just going to use some Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo just to tie the two pages together. I love this page, but I want to add some kind of focal image to this side here. Now, I've got these labels that were included in this month's magazine, and I've cut this one out here, as you can see. And on the reverse side, we've got these beautiful fruits, and I'm wondering whether I can use one of these as a focal image. What I'm thinking of doing is cutting this out here and then slotting one of these in behind. The rose hips and the oranges are speaking to me, and I think colour-wise they both go really well. But I think the rose hips have the edge, so I'm just going to fussy cut this out as well, just inside this brown line here. Now, I think the easiest way to cut this out is to go in and just create maybe a couple of diagonals. Let's have a look with my small nail scissors, just to make it easier to get in here, and then I can just trim around like this. And you know, if we've got any leftover paper that we can still see, we can use some distress ink just to disguise it, but you know, that looks pretty good. So for the rose hips, I'm just going to cut just inside this inside line here. I think this has worked out really well, so that fits nicely on the outside. What I do want to do is just ink around the edges just to get rid of any of my messy fussy cutting, so that will disguise it. So I'm just going to go inside just like this. I'll also go around the outside as well. To attach this, I'm just going to add a tiny amount of glue just on the very inside here, not much. And that should be enough to hold the focal image in place. And then I think I want to add something to the back as well, just to tidy it up a bit. I'll show you what this looks like in a second. So I'm just going to make sure that I haven't got any poking outside the edges. That looks good to me. So we'll burnish that down, but you can see that the back is quite untidy, so I want to cover this up. Got a small scrap of handmade paper here that I want to add to the back because the back just looks really messy. I'm just going to add glue over the back of this and stick this down, and then just fussy cut around the edge. Next, I want to punch a hole. I'm going to use my crocodile. I'm going to use the large size hole, so let's just punch that through there. I am going to add an eyelet as well, a gold one, so let's just pop this through here and give this a good squeeze, and then I'm just going to add some twine, and then I need to decide how I want to attach it to my page. Probably should have done it slightly lower down, but that's okay. A small piece of garden twine here, so I'm just going to pop this through. and then I need to decide what I want to do to add it to my page. I think that's possibly a bit too long, but I'm going to leave it as it is for the time being until I've decided how I want to attach it. I've got an idea that I'm hoping will work. I've got this piece of paper left over from this side here, and I'm just going to punch out a circle if I can get into it. So let's just punch a circle here. That's what it looks like. I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm just going to pop that over the top. Let's see which way round looks best, and tuck this underneath it. So let me just trim off some of the excess twine, and I'm just going to glue that underneath, and if I use a strong enough glue it will hold it in place, and then we've got sort of like a dangling tag that flips over. I really like that. And to finish this spread off, I've just chosen some words. Live your life, find joy in the ordinary, live gently upon this earth because life is good. And I think I'm going to add a few here and a few here, and I think that will just add some nice balance to my page and finish it off. And these words are from the Tim Holtz ideology Small Talk, so I'm just going to glue a few of these down. I think those words have added a nice finishing touch to this page and added a bit of balance as well, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. Next thing I want to do is add something to the left hand side of this page here. Now of course the right hand is very busy, so I want something very plain to add to the left. I found this poem in the book with this image here of the lady just yawning as she's waking up, and I think this might fit, so I'm just going to do a bit of jiggery pokery and see if I can get this to fit. It's just a little bit too long. Now what I'm going to do is just cut this off here, and then I shall fussy cut this part here out. I also need to take a notch out of the top because I don't want to lose this detail here, so let me just go away and do that first. See if we can put this together in a cohesive way. I've marked the middle point here, and I'm just going to use my same hole punch, and I'm just going to cut a chink out of this about there. And so I can glue that down now to the page. Let's see if we can get this to work. Now you can see I've got a shortfall on either side. I've decided to use some of this washi tape just to pull out the stars that are in the background. I'll show you in a second. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this either side. I think I'll need to add some glue to this to help it to stick. You can see the little stars in the background on the windows, so I think this will work. So just a tiny piece of this either side. Let's see if this is going to do the trick. Let's just turn this over. Let me see if this works first before I glue it down. And you see, that's perfect. I'm happy with that. I think it goes really well with the right hand page, and I really like the stars as well. So that's what we've done today. So we've got these two pages here and this central spread. Well, I'm leaving the video here for today, but I think in my next one I'll be having a look through the last 3 editions. So that's the autumn one, maybe the Christmas one. Let's have a look and see if there's anything else we can purge that might suit in there, and of course the January edition. But you know, I hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you some inspiration and ideas. As always, if you've enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below, but most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.